I could actually start a little bit of it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new folder. Now this is called graphics. Basically anything that's like a inventory, a dialogue, not animations, that'll be something different. This is basically inventory, fonts, stuff like that. So I'm going to start a little bit of it. So we're going to create. So this is classes, this is not actual textures. So we're going to call font manager. And we're going to go public. And it's a game class. Game screen. And it's going to freak out because I have to do that. So basically what this is going to do, it's going to load stuff on the screen, little messages and stuff like that. It is part of a game screen, but it's going to work a little different. Now this might change. I might change it, but right now it's going to be a game screen. So we're going to go public, void, no, public override, draw. But we need the content manager. Manager, content. It doesn't know what content manager is because I have to resolve it. I also need this. Public. Now let's see if we can bring in the content manager without adding to something onto the font manager. So we'll go this, screen manager, game, content. There it is. So we just go content. That's one way you can do it. Now it might not work, but we're gonna try it. Now this is very important because I need to load the textures. So we're gonna go font manager. No, not font manager, texture manager. Because we're in the font manager. Texture manager. Can't do it that way. Come on. Texture manager. Texture manager. Again, it doesn't know what the hell it is. We do this. New content. There. So it's going to load the textures. Blah blah blah. Now we're going to bring a font into the screen. So we're going to go add font. I'm going to go 0. Actually, let's do it a different way. So let's go texture 2D texture 2D texture equal texture manager. No. Texture manager, font textures 0. And that's it. Because the actual list is the font. Just know what this is. So let's import that as well. So we're going to draw something. So we have to begin the sprite batch. And so let's start the sprite batch, just like that. We have to analyze the. We have to activate the sprite batch. Now I could do it. I could put it right in here, but I'm gonna actually activate it through here. Go screen manager, sprite batch. That's it. So go sprite batch begin. You have to begin your calls to draw before you can actually draw. Go draw, texture. Now we're gonna. There's actually multiple methods here. We're just gonna use this like a vector 2. New vector 2 0. It's gonna be 0 0 at the very top left, and the color white. I can use any color. Color. Actually, color's not in here. I have to do that too. God damn it. There. And we have to close the draw. Just with end. Anything you want to draw, you have to start a begin and an end call. You can't have this at after the end or before the begin, because it'll actually give you an error saying you can't do that. I don't have to dispose this, so I can just leave it like that. Alright, so we're gonna actually activate this screen. See if it'll work or not. We might come into some errors, so I'm just warning you guys right now. So we'll go down here where we had our test screen, stuff like that. And we're going to load the font manager. Font manager. Content. Because it's going to ask where's the content. Or is it? Actually, no, it's not. Because I changed that. Alright, so to load it up. Alright, so it doesn't know what the content is. You can't do it through here. I'm gonna have this right on the font manager. So this content equal content, which will load this. Or actually, I don't have to do that. I don't need the content, because I only need to activate the fonts or the textures once. I don't need to do it multiple times, so I just have it like this. But then again, I need to activate it here. Just doing content. Or put the capital C. Same thing. With this error, I'm going to change this. I'm actually going to do it down here. So let's take out this and let's bring it down here. So we call it sprite batch. Batch. And there it is at the top left. So my mouse disappears. I'll fix that. You can see an A. So we're starting to get somewhere here. So the next episode we're going to do the font manager where I can actually write stuff and you're going to see stuff appear on the screen more than just a letter A. Here, I'll change it to like a letter. Let's change the letter. Let's do letter like 10. Yeah, let's try 10. So it's something different. Letter K. Alright. So that's episode letter K. The next episode we're going to actually write stuff to the screen, which would be fun. I might do a little animation so you'll see it scrolling across the screen wherever you write. That will be neat. I might get into that. So basically this is using ASCII. ASCII. I think I'm saying it right. So basically anything you type on your keyboard is an actual number. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to leave a like or a comment below. Or if you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.